So we are trying to load data set here. The data was taking too long, so I have to stop it. But I believe that some record will have been loaded before I stop it. So now the next thing I'm going to check now is to check the numbers of tables in the school database to know if the one I was loading has actually entered. So let me just delete this. So let's say select. I want to read all the, I want to see the table lists under the database DB. So I will say show table, show tables, show tables. And then if I run it, so you can see that the head was added. But the only thing I'm not sure whether the entire record will actually what added as well. So this is the code to check the numbers of table under the database. Now let's look at, so I'm going to use comments to be explaining some of this. Let's read the data inside. We want to view the record inside the head. So to view the record, to view all the records in head table now. View all the record in the head table. So the syntax will be, you use select keyword, and then you put asterisk. The asterisk means all, and then specify the location where you are calling the record from, which means from. The name of the table is heads, like as we can see there. Yes, I think I'm correct. Yes, that is the name of the table. That is the one I want to view each record. They always add your code with the semicolon. So if I run it, so we were able to, some record we are able to enter, even though we stop it halfway. So, but at least you have used that one to understand how you can load in external data. Yeah, inside your database. All right. So now let's quickly look at some SQL basic syntax for data selection. That is the focus of this section. SQL basic syntax for data selection. Let me use comment to explain that. SQL basic query syntax for data selection or filter. So what we are trying to familiarize ourselves with is the query statement. How do we write query statement in SQL to be able to manage data, manage records? So everything we are going to learn in this section, they are skills that you need to manage data or record in a given database. So as a database administrator, when they give you a database to manage, you'll be asked to write all these or some of these query statements based on the tasks that you are given. So for example, we just wrote one now to display or fetch all the records from a particular table. Now, let's assume that you are not interested in fetching all the record. You are just interested in fetching record in one column. For example, we are asked to fetch out only each column and each record. So how do we write a query statement to give SQL that task? So the task here, I'll be using comments. I will say write. I want to put it in a word like a task given to you. Write an SQL query statement to fetch to fetch age values only. To fetch age value only. So now the syntax will be select. Now remember that we are not selecting all. So you mention the name of that header. The way it is, it starts with capital letter, select age, and then you now say from, select age from the name of the table, which is head. All right. Now you can decide to say you want to display it, you want to output it with a different description. I hope you are following. You want to output it with a different word description. So how do we communicate that? So I will use SQL keyword as. That is, by the time I get the value, I want to redescribe it. So I'll say as. So I can just say as, put it in a string, as age record. In fact, let us go into this now, because when we get to aggregate, we are going to do that. So if I end it here, let's see whether we'll be able to get just value of that age. So you can see that we are able to write a query statement that is able to fetch us only age value. Now,
How does it know it's everything from age?
you said,
How does it know it's all your data?
well, how does it know that it's everything under age? Is that what you are asking?
Yes, what if it's only first five or something like that?
Yes, we are going, when we get there, you put limits. You understand? So we are going from basic, right? So
Okay.
I'm trying to put them in the right way of training so that you understand it. I don't want to jump. So we're looking at the basic selection query statement first. So that is for one. Now, if we want to select two, let's say we want to fetch. So if I come back and run this particular line of code to bring back everything. So let's assume that I want to call out, I want to fetch age and doctor. I want to fetch age and doctor. So that is you are selecting more than one column value. So all you need to do is just to put a comma after the first one, and then you call the other one just like the way it is in your data. Then after the last one, you don't need to put a comma. So if I run just this line of code, I should have just two of those column values what display. So these ones, they are general selection. There is no condition attached now. Now, if we want to start bringing in single criteria for selection, for example, we are asked to select, let me call back this so that we can construct the task properly, because sometimes you have to be seeing the data. So let's assume that we want to select the following heading. We want to select age, we want to select gender, we want to select, let's say, blood type, and then we are attaching another criteria, and the criteria will be, or let's say we are selecting age. Okay, let's put it this way. We are selecting gender and doctor, and then where age is greater than 60. They are the only values we want to see. Did you understand that? We are, let me put it in comments so that we can understand it. So what is the task? The task is select gender, comma, and doctor, where age is greater than 62, where age is greater than 62. Let's assume. So this one, your selection criteria now is now what? 1. And the criteria is what? You are displaying everything under gender, everything under what? Doctor, but only record where the age is greater than what? 62. So how do you write that query statement? So we are going to say select. So we call those two headers age, sorry, gender, the way it is in the data set, gender, then comma, then doctor, then we will now say what? We say from the data table name, which is that is head. All right. Well, you are not going to end it here because you are bringing a clause, and the clause is where. That is a conditional statement. So I can just go to the next line and say what? Where I'll call the age, where age then equals to, then, sorry, where age is not, where age is greater than, because that is what we said we want to achieve. Where age is greater than 62. Remember, I am not putting it in a string because it's a number, it's an integer. So this is for one criteria before you will not end it. So if I run this code now, let's see what we get. So you see that we have just those two words, record selected, but what we are having here now, we did not call that particular age so that we can see it. Though it selected them, but we did not call that particular. So which means that we should have also added the age here so that we can check the values there, whether they are actually what? Greater than what? That's 62. So let me run everything. So you can see it now. So now we can see that there is no value here that is less than what? That's 62. So I want you to run all this code now. I don't know whether it's the same data that you have. Which data do you have there? Which data do you have? Is it the same thing?
Only if you can send me data I can use now.
Okay, so let me see if I can send you one and I will try. No. The last, come to the last one. Table data import wizard. Table data, good.
I'm done.
Okay, so write those code. Right. Fetch. Let's view the record inside that TA3. Let's view the record.
Selected it.
I can't see the record here too. Okay, I think I can see them now. All right, now display, let's see only record from city. write query statement to select only city record.
Can you show me your own code so I can see?
Okay.
Or can you tell me the syntax? The select
I'll share my screen now. So
select city from data tree. I think that's it.
which one are you trying to output now? Is it the just one column, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah, that's
know,
it.
I
I've gotten
later
it. Eh?
converted it. I later converted it to
No,
quickly.
okay. Let me see your screen. Don't worry. Let me also see your screen.
That is my screen now.
Your own screen is too loading. Once it loads up, I can see how you did it.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen already now. You have to stop sharing before you can see mine. Are you seeing my screen now? Or should I reshare again?
Okay, now I'm seeing it. Okay, select from health. Okay, okay, I've seen my mistake. I put comma. I've done it. Shall I now screen share?
Okay, share your screen now. Let me just confirm so that I can proceed.
I've done it. I see it.
And let me, it's coming up. I can't see it yet. Just so that.
Yes.
Okay, so I've seen it now. Have you written for two? Let's say you want to select two headers. Have you written for two? So select two header, maybe city and one other header. Okay.
Network is bad, but I've done it.
Okay. All right. So you can unshare now. You can unshare. Let me add more. Let's add more. All right. So now let's look at another basic SQL data filtering or data selection statement. So let's assume that we want to select with more than one criteria. Like this one that we did now. I think I should, let me see if I can quickly load that same data set that I gave you so that we can be on the same page. What did I use
Okay.
to say?
Use the same one.
Yes, I want to use the same data that you are, the one I sent to you,
Data 3.
because the other one did not load finish. So the
I know the
communication.
network is lagging and it's cracking. It's slow.
I don't even know whether it's your frequency, maybe where you are is far. But I notice only when I'm having your class that this network always disturb. Maybe the country you are is very far. I don't know.
It's okay now. I don't know what's happening, but it's okay now.
Okay,
But before you know, it start again.
just be going now. Let's see. Let me load this so that we can be on the same page. Did your own take place took time before it loaded?
3 to 4 seconds.
That is second now. Why now it's taking time? Because I may have other software in the system. System is even trying running almost all the languages program.
Yes. I'll give you like 1 minute to ship, maybe to do 1 minute.
Does it? I will just cut it. Just cut it. I know it must have imported some like the other one. Supposed to have ended by now. Data is not much. Data is not much. Let me cancel it and see whether. So let me just
Just display it.
let me call it select. See whether I have it. Select all from what's the name?
And let me to refresh your schema
You said? Okay, I have. Okay,
and check from there.
I think I should. What name do we use now? Data 3, have you? Data 3
I don't think it's there because it's not on the schema.
is here. This is it now. Have you? It's here. It should be here. You
Yes,
know, if I
yes.
open it here, that's when I will see it.
Okay, okay, okay.
I will just on the table. Okay, so let me use this. So I wanted to show us how we can write uh with more than one criteria, how you can select data with more than one criteria. So let's assume that we are tasked to select city. So we are selecting city. We are selecting gender and where gender, where quantity, where quantity, where quantity is less greater than 7, and because we are going multiple criteria now, not selecting with one condition.
This SQL admissions, is it possible to close the
Once you are talking back, now that is where the network will be correct. Okay. So let me know if you can hear me now. You will say something. Let me hear you.
no,
Can
no,
you?
no, continue.
Okay, all right. All right, so we are looking at how we can select record from a table using multiple criteria. So here we are asked to select city value, gender value, where quantity is greater than 7, and gender equals to, and gender is male. So this two criteria selection query statements we are going to write. So we say select, we mention those headers, city, comma, gender, then comma, sorry, yeah, because we need to call that quantity so that what happened the other time will not have. So quantity, right, from the name of the table is data 3. Name of the table is data 3. Then we now say where the first criteria is where quantity is greater than. So we call the quantity where quantity is greater than 7. Then for us to display the other criteria, we bring in and. So the and is another SQL keyword, and from the gender is equals to, there is a string, so you have to put it in a string notation. The way the male is written in the data, male. And then before we end the code. So if I run this now, I should be able to get that selection. So you can see that we have city and gender, only male, and then the quantity we have here, they are greater than 7. I hope that is clear. So you can execute it from your end also. Execute it from your end before we look at another selection command. I just want us to look at filter. All these ones, they are filter. Have you applied it?
All I'm doing now.
Okay.
Done it.
All right. So now let's look at how to sort. And that will take us to another SQL command, how to sort. So let's say we want to arrange values in a particular column, in a particular order, let's say ascending or descending. So how do we do that? So let me put it in comments. Select city, select city, gender, and quantity. Select city, gender, and quantity. Quantity and order by quantity. So we want the quantity value to be in ascending or descending. So let's say this ascending. So we are selecting these three columns, but we are concerned with the arrangement of values under one of them, which is quantity. So we are going to say select. So we mentioned them. The first one is city, comma. The second one is gender, and then comma. Third one is quantity, and then from which table? The same data three table. Are you following? Then we will now say
Yes.
order. We will now say order by. Specify the column that you want the item there to be arranged in your specified order, which is quantity. Order by what? Quantity. Order by quantity. Order by quantity. Then you specify the order method. If it is ascending, you say ASC. If it is descending, you say what? DSC. So let's go with this. So if I run this code now, if I run this code, you see that what? It picks, selected only the three headers and sorted out everything we have under quantity in ascending order. So if I want to do for descending order, it's just for me to copy this. I want to do for descending order, it's just for me to copy this and then change here to this DS DESC. That is for descending. So let me run just this section and then it will sort everything from the top. So I want you to try it also before we continue. So that is how to sort data.
I said that the thing keeps on cracking. Like I don't see your code and it's not
Okay,
behind.
okay. Well, I check now whether you can see it now.
No, no, no. I'm not seeing any code yet. I'm not
It's,
seeing your screen.
it's coming up now, just check. Well, is it showing any sign that it's sharing?
Yes, it's sharing now. But I've not should Airtel should.
Okay, to come up.
Okay. So I should order by. Okay. Done it. No,
Have you done it?
done it. You can hear me.
I hear you. What did you just say now? You have done it, right? The network is not, I don't know why the network. Okay. Did you say you have done it? Let me confirm. Okay. Okay, so if you have done it, so let's look at one more command. Let's look at one more command under the basic. Let's say we want to display the top 10 records, the top 10 record. So how do we, so let's say display the top 10 records. Display the top 10 records. So the syntax will be select all, select all from the table name, which is in this case is data 3. Then we will now use the keyword limits. So this is what you are bringing in, limits. So the limit is top 10. So if I run this code now, that should display only the what? The
The
top,
first 10
yes,
inputs.
the first 10 inputs. Yes, so let's see. So you can see it. Now, we can now twist it. We can increase the criteria. We can say that select from data 3, where we are bringing condition here now before the top
Yeah.
10, where, let's say gender,
And other is
let's say where gender is equals to, female. So we want to see the top 10 of them once this criteria is met. So you can actually include criteria for that. So let me select and see what we get. So
and is ascending.
yes, we are going to see only what female and the first 10 female. Now this code will work in MySQL, but if you are using another platform, there are some platforms that maybe like that Microsoft Studio, instead of the way we use limits, it can now be this, just in case you are using another platform, it will now be select, then you
Yeah,
now the top. So you now bring the top, let's say like this, then top, and then you put the
10.
asterisk.
Okay.
You put the asterisk, then from the table name. From the table name, let's say data 3. So depending on the platform, there are still little differences. So in case for this very one where we are using limits, work with MySQL, PostgreSQL, that is where this one work like this. But in case you are on a platform where this one is not working, you can also try what this syntax to give you the same thing. Right? So any question?
Mm.
All right. So
So the
this
recording,
eh, you said
get it like tomorrow. The
the rec
recording.
yes, I will try and get it across to you tomorrow so that you can. Now, your assignment is to get, I'll send you a different data set. Remind me in the morning. I'll send you a different data set, and then on that data set, you create, or maybe you load it under the same database and run the same,
Okay.
and run all that we have done. Try to even increase it to 3 criteria, all you keep doing is and for more than 2 criteria.
Mm.
All right.
So when is the next class? That's today.
Yes, I will. Let me see. Next class supposed to be on Friday. We have class on Friday last week now. Have you?
Yes.
Yes, yes. It's supposed to be on Friday. Let me see.